Is short-term Airbnb and VRBO under Schedule C or Schedule E? What say you, Elliot?
It depends. Easy answer.
Ah,
Yep, exactly. So what's it going to depend on? Really depends on what the activity that you're putting into it. And what I mean by that, Schedule E is typically where you're going to see rentals, your long-term rentals. And while we're talking about short-term rental here, maybe you're not putting a whole lot of activity and overseeing it. You might just be doing the bare minimum and just kind of bare oversight management, et cetera. That might put it on Schedule E, and you could put it there. Schedule C is if you have more substantive activity you're putting into it. Maybe you're having it cleaned every day. You are more of a host. You can give tours and things like that. Maybe you give a car that can be used as part of the fee of being in there or something like that. It's more of a hotel kind of feel to it, and that would probably be Schedule C. And I think from a tax perspective, your big difference is that if you had net profit on Schedule C, it's probably going to be subject to additional self-employment tax. I know Clint talks about that in some of his videos, making that distinction. So it might favor you to maybe push it towards Schedule E if you could. Maybe you could still do non-passive on that, and otherwise, if we have a lot of activity going on, it's going to be Schedule C.
yeah, I'll make it condense it a little bit, try to make it a little more bite-sized. Airbnb VRBO means in all like 99% of the time, 7 days or less average stay, which means you add up for the calendar year, you grab all the days that it was rented and divide it by the number of guests. Unique rentals. So, so if a guest is coming back every other week and renting it for 2 days, you don't just call that one, add up all those days. No, it's 2 days that it gets averaged in. So each unique rental of it. And if it's 7 days or less, then it is not rental activity. You're a hotel. And it's ordinary activity. It's not rental. It's just business income. No difference than if we were running, what am I going to say? If we were running a
hotel.
No, pizza shop.
Oh, pizza. I'm sorry.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. It's always pizza time.
Yeah, pizza shop.
Pizza. So we're just running a business, right? So now the question is that business activity, does it rise to the level where you are actively participating? Because if you are not, then it's going to go on Schedule E because it's there with all your other passive activities, right? It's not subject to employment taxes. If you are providing substantial services, which are defined as things that aren't normally included in a rental. So like if you have lights and water and stuff like that, you're okay. You're not substantial services. If you do concierge services, if I'm cleaning, like if I clean your room every day, I have maid service, I have somebody taking you on tours, that's substantial services. Now we're Schedule C, and dollars to donuts, they're going to say it's an active business that you are participating in, and you're going to pay employment taxes on it. There is the possibility that you aren't doing anything, and it could still end up on Schedule C, and you're saying you're a passive sole proprietor. I've heard about it, but I've never actually seen it. And yeah, Melvin even got a pizza shop.
I was actually watching that.
Melvin knows. Melvin knew.
Good job, Melvin.
Elliot over here is taking a nap. He's taking a nap. All right. So that's what it really comes down to. So are you providing concierge services? Am I providing things that a hotel would provide? That's even a better way to look at it. Or am I just renting them the raw space and getting away from it? If it's the former, hey, I'm providing these additional services, Schedule C. If it's, I'm not, I'm just giving them the unit and getting out of there. I'm no daily made, not bringing them food. I'm not taking them on tours. I'm not doing anything like that. Then it's Schedule E. And then the question is, am I a material participant? So it's lots and lots of fun. Clear as mud. Yeah. So that's why you work with a professional, because they make it somewhat difficult in the code and in the regulations. Hey guys, if you like this snippet of Tax Tuesday, then I invite you to click the link and actually subscribe to become a Tax Tuesday member. Every other week we do these live, and you too can ask your questions, and myself and my team will answer your questions on the next Tax Tuesday.